Can you explain the 5 foundational reasoning competencies, and can you share a personal example of leveraging these successfully?
The toughest thing to do when I started to do this work, I knew that how to create conversations about personal life. I had already studied the literature. I knew how to do business management because I had done many organizational transformation efforts. I knew about community work because my degree is in public administration, my doctorate degree. And I knew about thinking about the American vis-a-vis other people's lives in this world. I had been through the Soviet Union issues and all those kinds of things. The issue became, what did you really need to know in order to be able to do it differently? And when I found out, it took the longest time to do it, that you had to help, and I had to learn how to be a systems thinker. I was always too narrow. I had to open my mind. Secondly, I had to understand better how to deal with people because every single person is different, and I studied the psychology of that. So I know all about Myers-Briggs, brain dominance, and all kinds of theories. And I know one thing, when you're sitting in a room with 10 or 15 other people, there's nobody there exactly like you, and that's a problem. So what you have, if you're thinking too narrowly and you're thinking everybody's like you, when you go into the learnership mode or learning mode, you really can't do it well. So my philosophy is you got to be a system thinker, you got to understand other people. That puts you into a situation where you do situational learning, which is to say, considering the other factors that are always invested in maybe making you fail, you got to think about how to be a better learner, how to use what you got. When you're a better learner, you create better, more relevant, useful knowledge management, and everybody today is talking about knowledge management. The problem of it is everybody's just collecting as much knowledge as they can on every subject. They're not making people any better learner, so their knowledge is not relevant. So then managers, knowing that the knowledge is not relevant, still are not necessarily doing the right thing to improve an organization. So you have to do your systems thinking, pattern recognition, you got to do your situational learning, you got to be a better knowledge manager, you have to be an adaptive leader, and if you do all those things, that becomes an engine, and that engine drives how you work in every one of the social domains.
And how many people are successfully doing all of these things?
Very few. That's
why they
I'm
have
here.
to read your book.
That is why I'm here. I am basically saying if you don't know about the engine is where your weaknesses are. If you learn the engine, everything else works better because you know the techniques of how to think, learn, know, lead, and achieve, and how to help other people. That's what the engine does for you.